What's going on, guys? Back with another video. This one's going to be a quick one. I went to the store and I got this stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and make my AC nice and ice cold because it's summertime in North Carolina and it's hot. Obviously it's flipping hot and humid, very humid. I hate you. So I got the SuperTech. This one was about 20 bucks. You can get them on sale. You can get different brands, but they all work the same way. It's an R134A, and it comes with some other stuff in here, leak sealers. Pretty much all of them come with this kind of stuff if you get them in these kits. It's a pretty inexpensive way to just recharge your system, make sure everything's working all right. It's also a good way to see if you have any leaks, because if you try to put this stuff in and then you can hear hissing, or you can see that it gets cold and then gets warm again, and you probably got a leak, and you'd have to take that to a shop to get all that crap cleared out, figure out where the leak is. You don't want to deal with that. It's expensive. So I've got this little guy just because my AC is cool, but it's not cold. So let me jump under the hood and let's get started. All right, and to get started with this, we need to find the low pressure side of our AC system. So in the Subaru, it's right here, and you can tell that it's low because it has an L on there. So we're gonna take this off and we're gonna pop this little quick connect on here. So it is a little quick connect, so you push back on here and then pop it over and then release. That'll get it in place. And then taking off, you just have to turn it and then pop out. So this is the one that we want, so we're gonna loosen this one up. If I can, there it goes. So we're gonna loosen that up, and you can see that little connector in there. And they say on here, it's not gonna fit on your high pressure side. So this little guy right here, this is high. I'm not even gonna try, because that's not where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go on the low pressure side, so I'm gonna pop this guy in place. All right, so it took a little bit of doing because my strut tower bar is in the way, so I had to loosen up both of those just so I can get a little bit of wiggle in there, and of course try to bring this forward a little bit more, just kind of bend it down so I could get this quick connect on here, which is, again, harder than I thought it was gonna be. You have to push it back and really slam it in there, and then it'll release and pop into place. Right now, it's not going anywhere. Like I said, harder than it should have been, but I got it on there, and it looks like we're good to go. Now that that is in place, we gotta jump on the inside of the car, start it up, and turn all of our AC to max. That's what it says to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. And you can see now that I turned it on, the gauge is in the right place. I'm gonna let it warm up for a while. It says you gotta let it warm up, let everything kind of flow through there, and you gotta make sure your clutch on your AC compressor starts turning. And then once we get everything kind of warmed up a little bit, then I'll move on to the next step. So as you can see on there, we've got different temperatures and different pressures. So right now it's about 75 to 80 degrees. So I'm gonna use the chart on there to figure out what pressure I need to be on. So once I figured that out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the can, which is really awkward because you have to shake it while it's on. So I'm gonna make sure I get it nice and shaken up. I'm gonna shake it until it's good. And then I'm gonna start spraying. On top here, you just have to make sure this thing is turned to unlock so you can actually press the button, and then you're gonna push it down. And they say wait about 10 to 15 seconds, and then you're gonna check the gauge again. All right, so now it's hovering right around 50, which is the max that I want to put it at for the temperature that it is outside. So I'm gonna go ahead and unplug it, which is super simple. All you have to do is grab the quick connect and pop it out. You're gonna get a little bit that comes out, but that's all right, just a little spurt. And then you just have to put the cap back on, and now we gotta turn it off and enjoy the cold. But now I've got extra, so I'm gonna do the inside. And over here on my Insight, it is pretty easy to get to. Low side with the L on there, same thing. I'm gonna take this off, and the same procedures. Hopefully this one will give me quite a bit more. Don't confuse it with this one, which is your high. All right, we just got it started, plugged in. Woo! This one's a little low. right, guys, and once that needle hits exactly to where you want it, you're pretty much done. And of course, like I said in the video, make sure your compressor turns on, your fans turn on with everything running, because it changes the pressure in there. So AC on, make sure your compressor turns on, fill it up to where it needs to be, and you have cold AC now, hopefully. At least I do.